Hello everyone, I'm Callum here, one of the instructors at BAHFF. This is another video in our series on how to spar beginners. This time I'm going to talk about how you spar beginners in your club as maybe the instructor or a senior student. How you do this so they get the most fun out of it, so you don't get frustrated, so you don't scare or hurt them, so you don't insult them by making them think you're letting them win. And the first thing to say is that, if you're the more experienced fencer, you actually kind of do have to be the better fencer. This isn't easy. Sparring someone else who is a peer who's been doing the same thing as you for a while is a lot easier than introducing someone to that for the first time, because they don't know a lot of the assumptions. They don't share the same assumptions as you in a lot of different ways. And to that end, you need to be able to find out where they are coming in. I mentioned earlier, you often get basically two types. You get your nervous beginners and you get your competitive or aggressive beginners. Both of these people can really take a lot of joy out of sparring and can learn a lot from it, but you really need to introduce them to it in different ways. Nervous beginners, first of all, they might not necessarily be scared of fighting, or they might be. They might be scared of getting hit. They might be scared of hitting you. They might not feel fear exactly, but they might find the whole thing awkward or embarrassing or cringe or something. And you have to show them that it's fun, that it's safe, it's enjoyable, it's useful. And there are a couple of ways to do that. The first one is to get them to fight in the first place. So they will be reluctant to attack you. They might even be reluctant to defend themselves against your attacks. So they're going to be very easy to hit in a lot of cases. And that can create some perverse temptations for you to simply try to beat them, which you shouldn't do. You should try to get them into exchanges. So you should try to get them to attack you. If they won't attack you, even if you leave yourself open, give them some invites, you could attack them, but be obvious about it, telegraph it quite a lot. And if they're a little slow on their defenses, don't obviously pull your attacks, but make sure you give them a little time to get their parry in place, even if you could easily blow past it. And just try to get an exchange. Get a little parry, riposte exchange going. They'll like that. Everyone likes that. It's in the movies. Everyone likes watching people sword fight. Everyone likes doing it. They just have to kind of get comfortable doing it. And you have to create that sort of safe space for them to realize how fun this is. The other type of beginner, broadly speaking, is a bit more aggressive and competitive. This person's maybe done some combat sports in the past, they just haven't done this one. They probably want to win, even if they don't necessarily know how to. They might not know how to, and even if they don't know how to win, they'll know something. They're going to try to fight. They're going to try to beat you, in other words. But they're going to do it in a strange way. So against someone like this, be cautious. Don't rush into anything. And don't worry if they hit you so much. In fact, it's good if they hit you, especially if they hit you doing something you just taught them in class. That's actually really good. Against aggressive beginners, especially when you're sparring, leave your ego at the door. Fight cautiously. Don't try to wreck them, but don't let them win either. Give them some attacks, give them, defend against their attacks. If you see them getting comfortable with this, if you see them starting to get it, you can ramp it up a little bit. But ramp it up in a way that engages with the material you've already taught or that was already taught in class, and in a way that is going to impress them but not intimidate them, and is going to challenge them mentally but without putting yourself way over them. So if you taught or if the instructor taught a trick in class that is complicated, but in the drills towards the end some of them were starting to figure it out, do that, or do something related to that. Make sure it's something that they can understand. Because the goal here, this person wants to see what you can offer. So you want to show them what you have to offer, what your school has to offer, in a way that gets them excited to learn more, basically. But it doesn't get them scared, doesn't hurt them, and really, the worst thing you can possibly do is get mad that an aggressive beginner who's maybe a little unpredictable is landing hits on you. That's gonna chase them all away, and you're never gonna get anyone to stay in your school. But approach this like an adult. Approach this as someone who wants to develop the person they're sparring against, and all sorts of good things can happen. And That's probably all I've got to talk about today. So be nice to your beginners, meet them where they are, train well. Thanks.